At what point did you realize that you actually have HIV?
7 years.
7 years you were having sex unprotected.
Yeah.
If you had to count how many people you had sex with during this period, can you give a number?
The total number of ladies I've had sex with can be 1,000, to be honest. But in that 7 years period, I could say more than 400. Because it was so cheap, I used to just have sex with just anybody. There was a time I went to Obalende, and I saw all the girls, all of them knew me, and I've had sex with all of them. I wasn't gaining pleasure from protected sex anymore. Always proposing if I could pay more.
How much were you paying these women?
Then it was 700 naira.
700 naira to have sex with them?
Yes, and then 300 naira to rent the room, because it's always like a box.
So total of 1,000 naira?
Yeah, and then if I wanted to have sex without condoms, what I do is offer to pay them more, and it's like 200 naira, or then buy them malt. So like
malt, like maltina?
Like malt, yes. And I started going to different church. I started with Family Worship Center. I climbed the altar, and then I said I had HIV. Before I left home that particular evening, I made up to like 50,000 naira. Everybody was just calling me, hey, take this. It became very lucrative. Then I stopped going to the church, so I now went to House on the Rock.
You posted that you wanted to commit suicide.
Yeah.
So there are so many things to dissect from this video, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to stick with a few points. Legally, this is wrong, and he can be sentenced to jail for this, depending on the location or the states. I know here in America, certain states will send you to jail for knowingly transmitting HIV to people. For him, I can tell that, like what he was saying, he wasn't using protection, and he may not have been on medication, which means his viral load was probably higher in that period, and then he was transmitting this HIV to people without them knowing. This is unfortunate. And I will tell you that this actually happened. There are situations where people are being diagnosed with HIV and they suddenly get mad or angry at the world, believing that the world put them in that situation. And so they set it to their heart, or they make it a point to begin to spread the virus to as many people as they can. They will go as far as paying money to people so they can have unprotected sex with them. This is why I encourage everyone to use protection, especially if you're meeting a new partner that you don't know their sexual history. Also, if you cannot use condom during sexual activity, make sure that you get on PrEP. That will at least protect you from getting HIV infection. This applies to especially people who are commercial sex workers. They are more at risk for this, or people who are seeking for validation from people. Don't let people fool you, because someone like this, there are so many of them who is like this, that are going around spreading HIV to people without them knowing. So make sure that you're getting tested when you're meeting your partners. Even if you trust this person, make sure you're getting tested.